Hello and welcome back to HoI4 with our Germany campaign, and I think it's time that we start, marching into France. It has been long enough. We've been holding this off for long enough. They have another front open up here, so I think it's time for us to start pushing in. They've got a lot. There's 60 the UK here. I actually wanted to check something. They've got 17,000 aircraft. It's gonna be difficult to get into the UK, but yeah. It's kind of the only thing we can do right there. So yeah, there's nothing really much to say about that. Now we still are paused, so in theory we could jump in right now, but I don't think that's really the case. We're suffering tactical bombers, which are getting shut down. Wait, you're only flying interception? That's not what's supposed to be the case. 500. Well, that's fine, actually. No, you don't need to fly interception at all. You just need to fly fucking aerial superiority here. So, up the wing to 1,000 and, making the same mistake here. Yeah, these guys are flying air superiority. That's not really what you're supposed to be doing. Why would we intercept bombers over France? That should make quite the change. Flying over North France, and we'll keep one guy sitting right here. There we go. That should get us some aerial superiority here. Bam, look at that. Oh, that number's going to more acceptable results. Just waiting for paratroopers to finish training. Our tank cores are nearing completion. I think we only got one light core left, which we're gonna keep behind. That's due to the fact that I think when we're switching them around, we got into trouble. I forgot to change it around, but I kind of need to find it right now. So it is mittelschwere Panzer Division, I think is what it should be. So mittelschwere Panzer. Please Google correct my. Scheiße. It doesn't. Crap. I don't know how to write schweres. I hate going through my own videos to figure out which one it was. So, Google Translate. Heavy to German. Let's see. What did you put German under? There we go, German. Okay, I need to, sorry, I'm doing this right now. Translate from German. God damn it. Ah, there we go. Got it. Got it. No, we're lacking medium tanks, so it's not something we can do. And now it's not the Mittelpanzeraufteilung. Mittelschweres Panzeraufteilung or division. I think it's Division. Rename. That's what Google gave me as a correction. It's called a medium weight. According to translate. Yeah, medium weight. Alright. There we go, fix that little issue. Should have done that in between, but, well. Alright, encryption and decryption are on modern standards. So, yay, I guess, for us. Let's see, we're 940. Is there any 940 research left, except for some naval stuff I could do? Yes, Graf Zeppelin and that kind of stuff, alright. Now, I'm hoping that dropping my paratroopers on locations not directly, so I might change them. See, I have a fear that this border might be defended, so going to delete your orders, Gonna switch them over to right there. That drops you into a zone which is most likely not defended. Gotta do the same for this dude. Gonna drop you right there, which drops you most likely into a zone which is not defended. Also, there is a defense point here, so if there's units there, which is highly likely, looking at the information we've got right now, that they've got forces standing nearly everywhere, it's highly likely that there is forces here. So, dropping in here, and then hopefully we'll get either we can maybe get to the airfield, or we can get over here. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. For you guys saying take your Russian forces, I don't want them. Keep them yourself, Russia, so you can use it for the invasions. I don't... I've got a control key stock. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. There we go. I'm... getting some weird control options, I think. Well, I got the feeling that this little window we can see right here, it should not always be next to it, but that might be my brain just completely failing to recognize what is normal and what isn't. Even though this isn't... okay, this is not as bad as, you know. So what is the expectation here? 33 to 86. This is 1 of 3. This is a fairly weak point. I'm getting the feeling that I'm getting more information than I normally do. Like, I'm getting it immediately. Normally requires a little bit of time for hover before you get any of that information. So there's an aircraft which is gotten, I think. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. There's our naval bombers. Alright, there we go. Get some new technology up and running, which will also be our naval. We got our submarines. Our naval invasions are not that important right now. Alright, and with that said, you guys are nearly finished training. Now, I did add on another mod. It's the player-led peace conferences. This is purely to prevent any shenanigans from the AI, so I also can play much more in theme than I would normally be able to. The Americans are fairly suicidal if they are moving forces through here. I would think that there are ships present. Oh well. I think it's time. I think this is as far as we can get without too much trouble. I've got 3 full infantry divisions. I've got a couple of tank divisions. We're probably going to take on a lot of losses. See, that's my biggest worry right now, is that we're going to take so many losses on the tanking divisions that I have divisions on the back to take over, but we need to get our breakthrough first and get past the Maginot Line. And I don't want to take on Belgium because we actually kind of are using them for our own purposes. Besides, Belgium has no, don't have any forces. Well, that's lucky, I guess. Still, I'd rather take on France. So I think it's time for us to wait for these guys to finish training. No, Italy, you can piss off. I still don't want you in my faction. You will get a little bit of attention soon enough, though, since I have plans for you. We're still producing quite a lot of medium tanks per day, luckily enough. 6,500 of them in reserve. It's not a lot, but they should not die as quickly as any other of our equipment. We are in 1940 still. 1941. Well, might as well get it. Don't really know what else to do with it. So might as well go with the Panzer IVs here. But we'll stay with Panzer IIIs for now, because I can't really do anything with it anyway. Alright, I think with this one done, it's time. You might want to keep them on the background though. I've got, let's see, I've got 1 tank corps completely ready. So we've got 3 fully fledged tank corps ready to go on a moment's notice. I would just need to push in quick. Be quick, and we do have a total air dominance right now. Our aircraft are now actually fighting the enemy aircraft, and they are shooting them down fairly well. Pretty nice, so I'm not overly worried. We've got good air detection, we've got overall very good efficiency, while they have crap efficiency. Plus, I think the problem is that they're using fairly outdated fighters mostly. So the images that it shows, these are fairly outdated. These are, look, they were using biplanes against mostly BF-109s, and 190s are getting into the mix as well. So yeah, I think we have a very good control over the enemy's skies, luckily enough. Plus our radar stations are doing pretty damn well into covering the area as well, so we kind of know where the enemy is flying from, which is even better. Very good. Also, is it a radar that's detecting that there's units here? That would be actually fairly interesting if it was the case. Still don't really know what radar exactly does. Besides, I see. Radar allows you to gain intel on enemy troops in nearby states. High radar level increases the effective range. Radar also provides a state of better detection of enemy air forces going to planes better. So it does detect. Alright. Kind of stuff you never read about. At least I never did. I knew what it did from Hearts of Iron 3, and I kind of just mimicked that. You know, radar increases where, you know, you detect forces through it. That's naval. I don't know what I just researched though. Ah, we got a Prince Eugen. New heavy cruisers. Oh god, we just need so much navy. We're producing a lot though, considering. We need a little bit more rubber, so Belgium, thank you. And tungsten. What are you? Who are you trading with mostly? Belgium, 30 to us, a little bit to the Legionnaires. Some to Italy. So Belgium seems to have the most trade influence, and the next one is us. Oh well, I hope we can span this distance with our paratroopers. If we can't, I kind of need to get control of the naval area. Right, tanks, are you ready yet? Just kind of done waiting for it. Airways and omission. See, these battles are brutal. Wait, you got 54 carriers? Oh wait, no. They have a lot though. They got dreadnoughts are counted among this as well. Yeah, they're 54 ships, but they have a very large amount of carriers in with them. I don't know, we sunk a couple of battleships. We're mostly losing light cruisers. That kind of shenanigans. Oh well. So far, we're doing pretty good though. And I like how the Russians are just holding. Sadly enough, we see the Russians are seemingly going on defensive duty, which is rather nice to be honest. I'm kind of hoping that the... Oh wait, this looks like the Americans did some work. Are you taking control of a certain naval areas, America? Are you gonna invade anything at some point? I don't know. Would be nice though if they would. Bismarck class, alright. Very nice. I have no real desire for the O class. So, 1942 oder 1941. No, 41, yeah. 41 is 41 in German. My German is good enough to be able to pronounce that at least. Okay, troops ready. Yeah, guess we are ready as we'll ever be. So, you push. But you do need infantry support, so we'll send in infantry support. These guys are elite as fuck by now. That's really good. Then we got our Fallschirmjägers. which both get their orders executed. And we need to replace the capital ships though. So you're nearly done, so we're going to wait on that one, and then we're going to replace these with the Bismarcks. Wait, does that our super heavies outclass our Bismarck? That's actually an interesting question. Let's see, firepower to 8.6, 35.2. But they're slow as well. You know, I'm going for the Bismarcks. Keep them not as heavy. There's no real need. We've got heavy cruisers to make up for that. We've got a balanced fleet. On the other hand, you can say that and... Okay, so battlecruiser 4, large armored cruiser, you can go out. Battlecruisers don't no longer need you. Alright. Coastal submarine can go. On the other hand, there's an argument to be made to just make super heavy battleships, because you have the rest of it anyway, but... Well, they just add a lot of firepower, so might as well. Yeah, and you're when are you done? 2nd of December, so that's next month. Well, okay, success, we got a breakthrough here. I need you to support that attack. Do my paratroopers have enough? They probably need to wait for a second. Okay, very nice. Now, Dunkirk is heavily defended. But we might be able to push into Calais and build a harbor right there. So I'm gonna half you up. Probably need to wait a little second for you. Gonna wait for the second drop to be finished. So there were troops there. Wow, that's actually a big surprise. And they lost. So we just lost an entire division. That's kind of what I was afraid of that would happen. Anyway, green, you need to start opening fire. Which is the nearest yellow? I want you on the front line as well. Have a more subtle push towards the south. Just need bodies on the front line. Alright, tanks broke through, so that is really good news. This is kind of just throwing me off guard, really. I did not expect that we would have such good results so quickly. That's the wrong place, so we'll just redraw that real quick. No, please. Can I? There we go. I want a northern push. Yeah, I don't care, that's in 2 lines. And the tanks are gonna have fun and march straight to Paris. The Panzer IIIs are literally just running amok right now. Alright. This looks like chaos incarnate. Very good, very nice. So yellow. Well, I have a bit of a weird... No, that's actually fine. I just need you right here. I just don't need you right there, so... There we go. Okay. Second tank corps, ready for duty. Can see this guy's right up here. It's not the best point of attack, but I want aggressive push south. Green, your orders are nearing completion, so I'm gonna just stop your Paris attack, because Paris is, yes, heavily defended, so I don't think you can get in there. I think it's more important that you will assist the push for the code. Come on, just cancel that, thank you. That push right there, and then I think for now that will do. The tank corps are here to provide me with most of the necessary firepower to get things rolling. So green, you can probably shrink at least a little bit. Get more of a focus on right there. And orange. Not yet, but red is gonna get in here. And red is gonna assist the tanks in the push southward. Very good. Once red arrives, hopefully red is stationed nearby. Yes, they are. It is our tank corps that are making most of the progress here, which is good. Just need to wait for all the red forces to arrive, and then orange is gonna just slightly adjust. Alright, so we've made contact with our paratrooper divisions. Very nice. Which barely did anything, mind you. With that in mind, these guys can just set up right there. And I need train some new ones. I need 6 of you. Actually, I need 5 of you because I can't count. But hell has broken loose in France, and I'm not going to stop the enemy from making the mistake of not dying. Anyway, very nice. I'm actually happy with where we are. Let's see. This is 1944, so that's going to take a while. Not really interested in that just yet. 1942. 1941 is on the way. 1941 is on the way. This is already done. This is already done. 1944. This is 1942. Well, we might as well get this one then. What do we have here? Got a couple of ships that can be upgraded. Carriers. Let's up your deck size. Fill it with the armor. A little bit of speed, which will lower your reliability. Carriers need to be reliable though. This looks like a good one. This is the Graf Zeppelin. Is it not the Graf Spee? Actually don't know. There we go, 50-40. There we go. Let's see, Graf Zeppelin. 50-40, very nice. And you can now be switched for the super heavy battleship. There we go. America is trading once again. Very nice. Alright. This is one big fustercluck though. 3rd Tank Corps, I've got a job for you. Time for you to get into this fight. Right here, push towards the Italian border. That means we need to start shrinking Black's responsibility slightly down here. It's the downside of working with so many divisions, and when you make quite a large amount of progress, the result is that you get a lot of fuster clock problems. You no longer have an order. I think Brest will be a nice one for you. And just shrink you completely. Can I please grab you? There we go. Very nice. Okay, so who's stacked around here? A little bit of black, which I don't want. So, time for blue to siege. Paris will be done by von Mackensen. When he arrives, we're going to just slightly adjust some of it. Red, you can shrink slightly over here. I think the tank corps assigned here can go into stay in that black operation there. And it's just some green forces that are there, but they will be removed from the Paris offensive when they get the chance. From Mackensen's troops will take that responsibility. Hopefully Paris's defenses are getting bombed. Alright, so Green Army Corps, Tank Corps needs an objective, so Brest it is for you as well, so good. French forces are rapidly dying, which is rather great. Now I actually have a job for these guys. I want to cut off the Italians. I set you right there. Short burst. See if you can swing around and take the Italian territory. And prevent them from really doing anything. We are making heavy surroundings, it seems. I don't know. Seems like France's AI is not functioning proper. Because why have got you 25? You got 25 divisions right there. But he's not defending. Like, at all. Before Mackeson's forces are arriving, that means that you guys can all get over here. Alright, so we've got a lot of troops that are now currently unassigned, I think. You are not in this. And... Right, Black Pensacola, your job was done. Push for the Pyrenees. We might actually need to attack the Spanish. They have been supporting the Entente the entire war. It would give us the easiest access into Lisbon, which would really be nice, to be honest. Alright, for Mackeson, you made your preparations, very nice. It's time for you to start executing your orders. You're red, aren't you? Why don't you not assign to your red front then? Right, von Mackeson is leading a very successful attack, mind you, on that one. Let's see, we've got a lot of armies stacked up here. A yellow lost his front line. Just do that for me, will you? Yellow and black, get your orders in order. Orange. Delete orders, I want half, well actually all of you. Right there, split you in half and border the rest of you on that one. Go. Green, go here. Let's see, that's the black army. Hopefully get assigned to the correct one, yeah, good. And there's dark green, that's fine. Alright. There we go. Alright, very nice. So far, so good. But yes, it might be necessary to do a attack on Republican Spain due to the fact that, well, I needed to get access to... I needed to get Portugal out of the war. Besides, I needed tungsten from Portugal. So it might be actually a smart plan. Alright, you guys take care of that. Paris has fallen, very nice. Right, coastal defenses need to be set up. So per army you get 2 provinces each. Okay. I am definitely clicking on provinces. And you'll take the Mediterranean areas for your task. Very good. From Mackeson, can you do run global control in this area for now? I have 1 defensive army right here. Yeah, but they're actually protecting borders. You're stuck on there. So now it's actually time to start working on England. The true test of our strength, I guess, as a nation is the Englander. Get our submarines upgraded. Alright, 10 cores. You need temporary assignments. You are the success of France, so you'll be on holiday in France. Right, there we go. That's fine. Right, that gets everybody reassigned. We have an eye in... So it's the 4th of January 1941, where the French capitulated to the Germans after a long, prolonged air war. And it's time for us to start thinking about at least getting the infrastructure here to support our armies, as well as upgrading these airfields to the max. Alright, a lot of repairs need to be done. So, but at the meantime, I think it's also time that we start working. Oh Jesus, we just destroyed. We destroyed France. Alright. It's time to start moving some of these air fleets over different areas. So, there we go. That's one over the London area. And hopefully we can get some more flying over there. I need to figure out where these airfields are in this list and get them to the top of the repair priority. Pas-de-Calais, that's actually an important one. Because it said that all these airfields were running on maximum already. There we go. Yeah. I did miss one, because this one... Actually, no, I didn't. There we go. Alright, some more Air Force movements required. You guys... get your asses over there. Very nice. And... am I overstacking this myself? No, I shouldn't. So somebody else has got aircraft here. The bloody Americans. We'll migrate one wing. Flying from Santra, and we'll be flying like that, alright. You guys can reach the channel, so I suggest you go here and start flying the channel. You guys have no real point. But you'll fly overhead here. Very nice. And these 100 can fly from there. Alright, Volksschimjägers deploy. We'll train you afterwards. So I'd rather have that. And I guess we'll power drop like right on this edge point here. As well as we are going to need more Marines, because I can run out full Marine division, so I guess there's another 14 Marines. Location is fine. You're not going to invade from here, but for now we'll deploy them like that. So next up is the utter and total annihilation of England, and then the war would finally be at an end. I don't know when this started anymore, but it's been a while ago. And we might... Yeah, I don't know. On one hand, I'm really tempted to just attack Spain and get rid of the Portuguese Republic. On the other hand, interesting question. Let me check something real quick. So if I would put this entire force, this is a good force to do stuff like that. So flying over Iberia, right? Then we got our Volksschimjägers. Hello there. And can we... oh, we can. So dropping like that is actually a possibility. So why don't we just take out Portugal? This gives me the resources I want for the for my tanks. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Besides, I think a naval invasion is the only way we're going to get into England. Paratroopers are notoriously weak. So we need to get a solid grasp on this area here. So what we're most likely gonna do, so pardon me, sea battalions, we do a short naval invasion from here up until Dover. Nothing spectacular. Luckily these guys decided to go there by land. Would have been surprised if they would have tried to do that differently. So we'll deploy them here in Azarek-Lorois. And we got better radars. That reminds me, I probably should build level 4 radars around there. Get enough control of the area. At the rate that we're building ships right now, which is fairly large actually, if we just open it all up. We are literally producing a crap ton of ships. And I think we should probably improve the number of naval facilities that we can have. Just because... Well, just because if we're going to take on England, we're going to need a navy. And yes, this is going to be very expensive, but it's going to also be fairly worth it. Besides, I've got a fucking industry which can do this shit. Right. Well, get better radar, I guess. You guys ready? Yeah, I got some greens, but I don't care. Very nice, that's a good drop. Probably can take this harbor. Fairly easy. There we go. Troops getting resupplied. From this point onward, very good. Right, you just made it barely in time there, buddies. Okay. Yeah, you're under attack, but you should be fine. You should be fine. You got aerial cover and everything. Yeah, I don't care, you just took my stuff behind there, buddy. I got my forces on land. I've already landed. Just need to get rid of it. There you go. Advanced artillery will do. Now what would be nice if I can just retreat one of them out there. There we go. So I got a proper front line going. Very nice. Alright. I think it's time for you guys to... You know what? Just for security measures. See if you can build another port in there. We are currently on air production, which is not necessary anymore. I think it's back on construction engineering. We're not getting equipment due to the fact that we're under constant attack. It's mildly annoying, but I think it's a lot worse. Alright, counterattacks are happening. Equipment should be arriving, so let's take a look at these guys. About 95 hours, in about 3 days, equipment will arrive. Portugal seems to have an equipment issue of their own. Panzerkampfwagen 4. I'm not going to run that upgrade just yet. Well, I could actually do that right now. Probably the best point where I can do it. Yeah, because we're taking over the ones that... I'm not gonna go away from Panzer Force though. Panzer Force are pretty damn neat, to be honest. Probably should upgrade them a little bit. First I need to check something else. Support battalions. Our reliability is running at 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but this doesn't tell me anything. Panzer, you add a total of 22% reliability. So we're going to pump up your engine and your gun. So it's 68 plus 22 is 20 is too, wait, just math is just difficult. 27 is 90. So this will get me over 100. This would be a decent one. Need a little bit more for 850, so I can work on that one. Just cancel that, wait till we got 850. We're getting daily experience anyway, quite a lot of it. My paratroopers are taking them apart, and that is great, to be honest. Hopefully they're strong enough to actually hold, because these guys are going to want us also holding the Portuguese. Approved landing craft. Right, I actually need a Hummel variant. Oh, we're gonna get 850. No, I'm gonna stuck at not enough. So lower armor. Go with this one first. Right, so that is the Panzer IV H or A, I mean. So we'll just make this one redundant, because it is. The version we're running right now is a flat-out upgrade. Very nice. So the Americans stopped trading tungsten with us, and we're only running a very minor deficit right now. That's perfect. That's bloody perfect. Alright. Thank you, von Heidenbreck. You just became a hero to the German people. Your task is to defend mostly coast areas and harbors, and you'll be capable of doing that easily on your own. Now, I have a little bit of a special task for the occupation of... We want 100% of the local resources. There we go. Very nice. Got a tungsten. I'm going to stop trading with the traitorous Spanish. Let's see. We've got a access of 8. Very nice. All right. Very, very nice. That means that these guys can go back here. Hopefully the Americans will piss off. Alright, they're marching out some of theirs. You know what? Deploy here. Work from there. The bombers can go and fly like that. And you guys could probably do us a lot better. Right there. There we go. Now there's one other thing I want to do. I'll probably have a lot of naval bombers. Actually, let's see. 250 from here. Fly air superiority over there. And let's get some naval bombing aircraft flying there as well. There we go. Deploy and hit everything you can find. Alright, Portugal out of the way. That's going to be a fun time. And with that, I'm actually going to end the video. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.